What's up YouTube? Capital G here, checking out a brand new Endymion Link monster that just got revealed. This card is going to be released in the Link Frames Pack 3, and speaking of which, that rumor list that came out some time ago, it's looking pretty dang accurate. Anyways, this is Selene, the Sacred Sovereign of Magic. She has 1850 attack. She's a Link 3 monster, spellcaster, light attribute. Her Link points all point down towards you, bottom right, and bottom left. Her materials are 2+ monsters, including a spellcaster. Makes sense because, you know, she's an Endymion and they are spellcaster based. Her first effect says, if this card is link summoned, place spell counters on this card equal to the number of spell cards on the field and in both players' graveyard. Second effect, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks while an Endymion card is on the field. Third effect, once per turn during the main phase, this is a quick effect, you can remove 3 spell counters from your field. That is a cost. Special summon 1 spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position to a zone this card points to. So I think my first thought when I read Selene was, okay, this is definitely fine. All of her effects are functionally solid and they seem easy enough. I just kind of question if she's going to be worth it for Endymion players to summon, because like I really only see them when it comes to link summoning. They really only go into Electromite, but I guess hypothetically you could still go for Electromite and then use Electromite plus like a spellcaster to go into this. I look at the first effect, the obvious kind of adding spell counter effects. That seems incredibly reliable with this card. Not only does it count both graveyards, but then it counts any spell cards that are on the field. So if your opponent has like a field spell, or if you have a field spell, continuous spells, like it seems like she can rack up spell counters on herself fairly easily. I love her second effect where she's really not like a big beat stick. She only has 1850 attack, but if there's an Endymion card on the field, then you can't attack her. Keep in mind, this does not just include Endymion monsters, but it can even be like the Endymion field spell. It can be Endymion labs. So either one of those kind of continuous, or I guess spell cards that would be on the field that are holding spell counters would grant her kind of like battle protection. So I think that that's pretty solid. Then the third effect does allow you to special summon an Endymion monster during either player's turn from your hand or your graveyard. I think my main kind of downside, or my main critique of this card, is that it summons from the graveyard. That's pretty strange to me. Now, hypothetically, you can summon non-Endymion monsters off of this effect, but really, what are you going to summon? Like, it has to be a spellcaster monster, so I'm kind of wondering what other spellcasters you'd want to summon that are not Endymion, that are being played in the Endymion deck. And my main kind of gripe with that is, obviously, Endymions are like, they're pendulum based, so they don't, pendulums don't go to the graveyard, they go to the extra deck. I do think special summoning from the hand can be very valuable, and I feel like they made that effect specifically to summon Empress of Endymion from the hand, because that card has 2700 defense, so it's going to be something your opponent's going to not have the easiest time running over. Plus, when Empress hits the field, she has kind of like a bounce effect where she can bounce one of your opponent's cards and then bounce like another card on your side of the field that has a spell counter on it, so that can definitely be good. And if you're using that during your opponent's turn, then it can actually be kind of like a straight up disruptive effect. So, you know, I think that it makes Empress a lot better. Overall, this card feels pretty good. I kind of wish that maybe it was like a Link 2 and maybe had like, I don't know, 1000 attack or something like that, but this is definitely a fairly solid card. I don't think it's like mind-blowingly as exciting as some of the other cards in this set, but this is like one of those cards where you look at it and you're like, okay, we'll definitely take this. Anyways, whatever you guys think of Selene, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.